again, Jenkins Creation, where we talk everything Australia, relocation to Australia, life in Australia, living in Australia. Welcome again. So today we're talking about a very important visa 482. And the reason why I want to specify on this visa is because it's a quick process visa. The processing time of this visa is streamlined because it deals with a critical skill shortage in Australia. We are in a critical period post-pandemic, you know how it is, and Australia is highly affected because during pandemic, you know, Australian border was fully locked and there was no movement, no one was coming in, and some people were mandated as well to have their COVID vaccine. We know there are anti-vax people, some of the employees that refused to have their COVID vaccine also lost their jobs, and they have diverted their attention to something different. So there is critical skill shortage in Australia presently. And because of that, the government now open up a new channel for employers to quickly bring someone over to Australia. So it's not like your normal visa process where it would take months, okay? So anybody coming through visa 482 is going to get his or her visa quicker once the employer sponsors you, okay? Before I continue, I just want to tell you something. So 2 days ago, I was in a shop doing grocery shopping, and I met one of African sisters. She walked up to me, and as we start talking, she told me that she just came in with 482. Okay, this is not the first person I'm seeing. This is actually the fourth person that is testifying that is coming with 482. Okay, I've met 3 Africans, I've met 1 Asian. All right, so 482 is a quick process visa because it's addressing a current skill shortage in Australia. So government want to bridge this gap as soon as possible. Now, the question is, how do I go about this visa? How do I become a beneficiary of this visa? Okay, so I will say stay tuned and find out. Please, if you are new in this channel or you're just browsing through, please do subscribe to my channel and like my video. Okay, let's go on. So in this video, I'm going to show you practical way of doing these things. Remember, this channel is about simplifying things and bringing out that information to you, leading you to information where you will actually find out things yourself and make it easy for you to continue with whichever pathway you want to take to migrate to Australia. So about visa 482, it is employer sponsored visa and is very streamlined. There is a list of occupation already. I will show you the list of this occupation so that you will find out if your occupation is included in the list. But if your occupation is not included in this very list, don't be shaken, okay? Don't be moved, because there are so many other visas that have plenty of occupation listed in it, okay? Which we are going to cover in this channel, but not in this very video. This video is about 482. Okay, visa 482. For you to come over to Australia through visa 482, skill shortage, temporary. Remember, this is temporary. It's going to stop as soon as the skill shortage is addressed. It will stop. And with this visa, you are allowed to come to Australia to work for 4 years. If you are from Hong Kong or you have Hong Kong passport, you are allowed to work for 5 years. But the good thing about this visa is it has a pathway to permanent resident, then to citizenship, okay? So it's not like you're just going to come and work for 4 years or 5 years and you go back. So you must be in line to go for your permanent residency and so on. I'm sure you know that any employer that brings you in here and has wasted all this time to bring you in here will not let you just go. That one is for sure, okay? So what happens is that the employer will sponsor you, will do your visa, will bring you and your family over, like the whole family, like your children, your wife, or your husband and children, everybody, everything will be paid, including your flight ticket. Sometimes they will arrange for accommodation for you and give you some stipends for you to come over. Then you continue work and start earning. And whoever comes with you has the right to work. If you're bringing your wife has the right to work. If you're bringing your husband has the right. If you have children as well, you have right to work in Australia. Okay, all you need to do first of all is to find this job. Once your occupation is there, there are plenty of employers out there looking for workers. They are all online. In the subsequent video, I'm going to talk about companies that are currently recruiting in Australia through various types of visas. But this one today is about 482. All right. With 482, first of all, check this occupation list. I'm going to put a link in the description box. So this link will lead you straight to visa 482. Tell you about visa 482, the cost. You should not worry about the cost of it because you are not going to pay for it anyways. All you should be worried about is assessing your documents, assessing your qualification to meet with the Australian standard of that profession for you to work in that field. Okay, for example, if you're an engineer, you need to be assessed by the assessing body of the engineers in Australia. So they will deem you capable. They will say that you are capable of working as an engineer, that you're actually a qualified engineer. It's achievable. People are doing this thing. I told you, I just found someone that came in. Okay, so the thing is this link I've provided for you. I'm going to take you through this link now. Okay, when you click the first link, it will lead you to this page. This is the visa 482 page. This is a Home Affairs website. Okay, so here is the processing time. 25% of this application is done in 30 days and so on. But at the end of that processing time, you will see where they highlighted that the department is concentrating, prioritizing on the list of occupation listed indeed this stream of visa. So if you see it's highlighted, so even though they said all this time, allow this time for your visa to be processed, but there is emphasis there that they are prioritizing. Okay, so when we click on the this visa, I clicked on the medium term one. Okay, processing time as well is listed. It's also said that this has a pathway to permanent resident. You can stay up to 4 to 5 years. If you are from Hong Kong, 5 years. Not from Hong Kong, 2 to 4 years. But the good thing is that it has a pathway to permanent resident. Okay, you are eligible. You see that to apply for permanent resident, and you can bring your family. Yeah, everyone has right to work and apply for permanent resident when due. Yeah, so the second link I am providing is the link that will lead you to the list of occupation. So check all this list of occupation and find your occupation there. Then find your assessing authority. I provided another link that will give you the list of occupation and the assessing bodies. So once your occupation is in that list of 482, click the other link that will lead you to the assessing body. Then open up and find out how to assess. I will show you how it is done now. If you click the link, you get to this page. This is also Home Affairs page, official page. So this is priority migration occupation list. This is where you find the occupation. So you scroll down, you see the occupation, okay? Chief executive or managing director. That's the first one. A lot of occupation. You see engineers, different type of engineers, mechanical, electrical, structural. See pharmacists, they have hospital pharmacy, industrial pharmacy, retail pharmacy, registered nurse, different type of registered nurse. We have chef there, we have social worker, we have ICT, security specialist, software engineers, developer, programmer, analyst, programmer, multimedia specialist. We have so many occupation here. So you take your time and scroll. Remember, I said, if your occupation is not in the list, do not worry too much, because There is another list that contains larger number of occupations that you can also use for different kind of visas to come in. But this very occupation list is very small because it's for 482. Now it's time to check your assessing authority. I've provided the third link now. If you click the third link, it will lead you to this page. This is also official Home Affairs page, Department of Home Affairs page. So this is where you see list of assessing authorities. So they will list an occupation, the code, immigration code of that occupation, that is the ANSCO code, and they will write all the visas that this occupation is applicable to. Okay, you see that? For example, this medical laboratory science, I think I'm going to give you an example with this on how to assess it. A medical laboratory scientist, you see it has so many visas to it. So that's how they list all occupation. Any occupation they list, they will tell you how many visas that this occupation is allowed to apply for. Okay, is applicable to about 5 visas, for example, or even up to 10 visas anyways, but it depends on the occupation. Okay, I'm going to use this one as example to show you how to assess, and then after assessment you can look for job. Okay, here when you look at the assessing body for this, it is let me see. Yeah, look at this. AIMS, I think is association, Australian Association of Medical Laboratory. Okay, so when I click the page, the link they provided in this website, I come to the page. It will take me to the page, the assessing authorities homepage. And what you would do when you get to that page is to look for assessment for immigration or immigration assessment. If you go to the menu, yeah, for example, this is a guideline on how to assess yourself as a medical laboratory. All this information you will get on the homepage of your assessing authority. There will be a link that will lead you to their homepage. From the homepage, you go to their menu and select assessment for immigration, and it will direct you on what to do. So for medical laboratory here, they have explained how they conduct their assessment. There is option 1 for people that graduated from accredited universities. That will be universities in Australia. It said graduate professional experience is not required for this option 1. So applicants will not be required to write exam if you are in option 1. They also have option 2, but for this option 1 is for people that graduate from certain universities. Africa is not included. So option 2 is acceptable science degree, but not accredited by Australia authorities. So this is for option 2. There is examination involved. There is document assessment as well. So they will also direct you on how to prepare for the exam, how the exam is written. And they will tell you for your qualification to be accepted, it has to be in agreeable with AQF level 7, 8, or 9. That is our degree, 4 years degree, or including postgraduate qualification. Okay. And they also mentioned that foundation subject of your qualification has to be chemistry or statistics, biochemistry, cells and tissues, and so on. Okay, so if you are a medical scientist, you understand this better. I am not, but why I'm going through this with you is to tell you that there is always a lead. When you click a link or when you go to the page of assessing authority, it will lead you directly to find out the information needed for your assessment. And it will also tell you the documents you need to submit and what they are looking for in that document. So it's a guide. If they require you to submit work experience or letter from your employer, and so on. They will also tell you what actually they are looking for in that letter. So that will guide you rightly on how to prepare your documents. And if there is an exam involved or exams involved, they will also direct you on how to prepare for this exam and how they conduct this exam and everything involved. So that's why I said all this information you are looking for, they are online. It's just for you to take out time and find them, follow the lead, and know what is expected of you, and know how to prepare your document, and know the way forward for you. And once you are assessed and get a positive assessment, even if you don't go through visa 482, you will go through another visa. It means that now your qualification and your experience is being assessed. So in any visa you want to apply for, you already have this document prepared. Okay? As long as your occupation is in this list, there is 99% chance it will be in the larger occupation list for migration. Okay, Australian migration. So once you find your occupation in the list, follow the link I provided for assessing authority. Type your the name of your occupation in the website for assessing authority. You see the search box, and now find assessing authority for your profession. Click on it and you follow the lead. Okay, now that you have seen how to go about it, why not try with your occupation? There is no harm in trying. And good luck.